issues, and of that 10, there are 5 will end up in a bill proposal if we feel there needs to be a bill, which we are developing again later yet this afternoon, and we did all day yesterday afternoon to go to Congress, of course. Now, number 11 on page 6 will support stricter enforcement of the pasteurized milk ordinance. Number 12, support a producer-funded and operated charitable food program as part of a comprehensive national supply management program. Number 13, supports compliance standards regarding animal care and ethical treatment of animals. 14, support immediate dialogue to review producer-funded assessments in order to provide a more direct benefit to producers. 2 or 3 of those come to mind real quick. Number 15, National Dairy Producers Organization supports every effort to minimize government involvement in U.S. dairy industry, thus making the whole industry more self-reliant and self-regulated. 16, we support proper labeling and accurate promotion of all dairy products, and will take steps to stop the improper promotion of non-dairy products, which we are currently doing. Number 17, the National Dairy Producers Organization supports the needed effort as may be required to assist in local and regional issues affecting dairy producers. We obviously are going to have dairy members from all across the country, and obviously there are different issues. We've recognized numerous issues that are different than here, for example, in California. So particularly in the environmental area and pricing policies and supply management in the Southeast, I mean, all kinds of differences. But when there is a local issue, we've come up with California. We thought we were the only ones with a base quota. Well, Virginia has one, and it's been around twice as long as the California base. And of course, Hawaii has one. It's been around longer than California's. So, and by the way, there's 2 Hawaii dairies, and 100% is signed up already. They're both clients. So, anyway, number 18, the Dairy Producers Organization opposed block voting within dairy organizations, and will take steps to secure a one producer, one vote process where needed. We've gotten considerable amount of feedback on sometimes, most of the time that's good, but there are a few occasions where it's not. And then number 20, National Dairy Producers Organization supports the reduction of the national dairy herd through beef breeding, Yoni's eradication, producer-funded cow cull program, to work to provide other producer-compliant incentives as part of a comprehensive national dairy supply program. After coming up with these 20 issues, and if you can imagine a board of 14 people from across the country trying to come up with what are the issues that affect, negatively impact our producer pay price, what has to be done to help today, and what has to be done to provide profitability and sustainability for the future. This has been quite an effort. Like I say, there are 5 major issues of concern that we've all agreed on that must be in a bill. And of these 20, and if anybody cares, I'll bring those up in a minute. But in talking with folks across the country in daily calls and in weekly calls to various different states, we just started the last 2 weeks in California, having a weekly call in California so that everybody can come call in and voice their opinion. They're 1-hour calls, 3:30, 3 o'clock Wednesdays. Today at 3 o'clock. We're going to make that one, Lauren? I think we've been given a pass this whole week. We have discovered in all of these telephone conferences, and believe me, we've had hundreds by now. We've had thousands on a call at once. One of the main factors in putting this organization together is a gentleman standing in the back of the room, Tom. I have to say hello and thank you for all of your effort. Tom sets up, he's in the blue shirt in the back, Tom Van Nortwood. Tom has put most of his waking hours into this for probably the last 6 months. setting up national calls and really organizing us and getting us in line and doing so many things. And I appreciate that very much. We all do, as a matter of fact. We have identified in all of these calls probably two other issues that had we thought about them, we probably would have included. And one is immigration, and another is, which is going on in Congress right now, is the commodity trading reform, where commodity traders put up a few dollars and can buy literally millions of dollars worth of futures, and constantly artificially raising our prices. So those are two other issues that we could focus on. But our National Dairy Producers Organization, in our opinion, will require effort, continued effort on our part, and we have an extremely motivated group to continue this process. But one of the things that we find when we have meetings in DC is that 3 or 4 smaller groups will show up in DC with their own agenda, their own issue, their own solution, and they hear so many different opposing views from dairy farmers and conflicting views that even Tom Vilsack in Modesto last year said, I was the guy that stood up and asked the first question, by the way. And he said, well, I hear all that, after I rattled off about a 3-minute long question. He said, I hear all that, but you guys have to get together and come to DC with one voice. I shook my head no, and he said, I see you shaking your head no. But the point wasn't that I didn't disagree with him, I just didn't want him to say that. Because as we talk across the country, we find that we all really want the same thing, profitability and sustainability. And remember the term, we all want our fair share of the existing retail dollar. It's been spun back at us already. Dairy farmers want to raise retail prices. How far from the truth is that? We don't want to raise retail prices. We just want our fair share of the existing retail dollar. So anyway, I can open up for questions on any of these 20 issues. And if you have an issue that we haven't thought of, I'd love to hear it.